The mug was still warm in my hand when the doorbell rang. Not a polite chime. An impatient, violent press, like whoever stood outside had already decided they were coming in. I remember thinking, absurdly, that the coffee smelled burnt. When I opened the door, a woman I had never seen before pushed past me like I was furniture. Mid-30s, gym-tight clothes, eyes sharp with purpose. She didn't ask who I was. She didn't need to. She went straight for my wife, fingers tangled in her hair. A sharp yank, a scream that didn't sound surprised, just exposed. "What kind of woman sends gifts to a married man and pretends she's innocent?" the stranger hissed. The mug slipped from my hand. Ceramic shattered. Coffee crawled across the floor like a stain that already knew it would never come out. My wife looked at me then, not angry, not confused, terrified. And in that moment, I knew this wasn't chaos. This was a receipt. It had started 3 weeks earlier, with a sentence she said casually. Too casually. "My gym trainer gives me so much attention," she'd smiled, scrolling her phone. "You should learn from him." I'd nodded, smiled back, filed the sentence away where dangerous things belong. Attention. She started staying late, buying new clothes, showering the moment she got home, like she needed to wash something invisible off her skin. Her phone never left her hand, but it slept face down. I didn't accuse. Men who accuse too early only scare the truth into hiding. Instead, I watched. I memorized rhythms, patterns, the way lies breathe when they think no one is listening. One night she laughed at a message and muted the sound too fast. Another night, I noticed a name saved as Jim Payments. No emojis, no hearts. Professionals hide better than amateurs. Inside, something cold was assembling itself. Not anger, structure. When she mentioned the trainer again, praised his discipline, his respect, I finally spoke. "You're right," I said. She froze, just for a second. I ordered a gift basket that same night. Expensive, tasteful, a handwritten note. "Thank you for all the personal attention you've been giving my wife, especially at your home." No signature. I wanted truth, not confession. The woman standing in my living room finally turned to me. "You must be the husband," she said, breathing hard. "He told me you were slow." My wife was crying now. Real tears, useless ones. I didn't raise my voice. "Who are you?" I asked. She laughed. A short, broken sound. "I'm his wife." Silence pressed in from all sides. Then she looked at my wife and said the sentence that ended everything. "He told me you knew. He said you liked to watch." I felt something inside me click into place. Not heartbreak. Clarity. Before I say another word, before the rest of this unfolds, she didn't stop crying. That was the first thing I noticed. Even after the other woman let go of her hair, even after the truth had already been spoken aloud, tears kept coming, as if volume could rewrite reality. I offered the stranger a chair. She hesitated, sat. Her hands were shaking, but her eyes were steady now. My wife kept standing. People who know they're guilty never sit unless they're told to. "I didn't know," my wife whispered. "I swear. He said he was separated." I watched her lips move, measured the timing, counted the gaps. Lies always arrive late. I turned to the woman. "How long?" She exhaled. 8 months. My wife made a sound, half denial, half prayer. I nodded slowly, as if confirming a number I'd already memorized. Because I had. Phone records don't lie, neither do gym check-in logs, or Uber histories that always end on the same quiet street. The trainer's street. "I sent the basket," I said calmly, "because I wanted someone honest to come to my door." Both women looked at me now. I continued. "He didn't panic when he got it. Didn't call, didn't text. That told me everything." My wife's knees buckled. She grabbed the table. "He told me," the other woman said softly, "that you were into arrangements, that this was mutual." I almost smiled. Of course he did. Men who sell betrayal always dress it up as consent. I reached into the drawer and placed a thin folder on the table. Printed screenshots, dates, times, Photos my wife didn't know existed. She didn't touch them. She already knew what they were. I didn't confront you, I said, because confrontation gives liars a stage. I stepped back. I gave you space, rope, time. The other woman stood up, steadier now. He won't be training anyone anymore, she said. I already filed. I believed her. Women like her don't bluff. When they've crossed a line they can't uncross. She looked at my wife one last time. No anger left, just pity. Then she walked out. The door closed quietly. My wife collapsed into the chair. I was going to stop, she said. I just didn't know how. I finally looked at her. Really looked. You didn't stop, I said. You managed. Silence. I changed the locks this morning, I added. Your bags are in the trunk of your car. Her head snapped up. No screaming, I said gently. No scenes. I've already detached. She reached for my hand. I stepped back. That was the moment she understood. Not that she lost me, but that she had never really had me after the first lie. She left an hour later. I cleaned the broken mug myself, not because it mattered, but because control feels like peace when chaos finally tells the truth. And that night, alone in the quiet house, I slept better than I had in months, because betrayal only wins when it stays hidden, and I never lose to things I can see.